Welcome, as we pass this point, forget all you know of civilization and prepare to immerse yourself in the world of Look at Me When I'm Talking to You, the war on teenage terror. As we approach, you can see the inhabitants in the wilds of modern society. These teenage terrors have no home of their own, and so they trespass and adapt spaces traditionally for adult use, such as shopping centres, car parks, fast food restaurants, outside of their designated enclosures of school and allocated sleeping quarters. It is within these spaces that we can observe and document the strange behaviours of the close relatives to the modern adult. They have developed their own form of language, not through voice, but through the transmission of strange symbols on their telecommunication devices. We have had some success in translation, but the process is long and difficult. They exhibit posturing to maintain peace in the social hierarchy through behaviours of dominance, such as aggression under stress and towards authority, and displays of exaggerated desirability. However, other members of the group show submissive tendencies through non-committal and avoidance behaviours, or naturally have a lack of interest in survival at all. These traits, while essential to continuing to live, do not reflect the deep and honest motivations that lie in the heart of these creatures. As they see us approach, they prepare a ritualistic ceremony for our arrival.
Why are you running away when you see the light? Is it because you can't get over yourself tonight? Listen to the sirens, you'll hear them call. Be the first to don't even bother at all. When there's no one to blame, it's a hoax, it's a shame, that's all. In the city of dreams, that is all you've been waiting for. Do you ever feel that this place is real and fine? It's a long last battle and no one will take the time. And it brings me down. And it brings me down. When you let it be over, you'll be moving on.
We will now follow the tribe into their simulated habitats. As we progress through, I ask that you do not feed, touch, or try to interact with the teenage terrors, as these spaces represent their internal perspective of our society, and any contamination could destroy their fragile psyche.
That's a nice family photo.
Look again. Look again.
He's not putting in any effort into it. Why should we discourage and become some after school when they're not trying?
Their social life matters. They're a teenager. They need to make friends.
They need to have an education so they can have a life after
They
school.
know how much it matters for their mental health.
You can't just give them free stuff.
to me. What the hell? You aren't listening.
Ah!
This is why you're not listening. You're crazy. live in the real world for a bit. How about it? Pay taxes. Go home.
Have you thought about
Every time
talking to someone about that?
fresh air and nature is a great natural remedy.
Sure, and happily.
What about drinking more water? Taking some more time for
Have you
yourself?
considered that maybe this is your fault?
I used to have
You know,
issues
to
like
fix
this.
this. Less
It's all
screen
just a
time.
phase.
You'll feel a
It'll go
lot
away by
happier.
itself.
And now, the Teen Terrors will present Words Left Unsaid.
I'm sorry! I want you to do this!
Leave me alone.
Shut up! I can't be with you!
Every love song
Kiss me. Always acting around you.
my psychology.
You're dating myself. I care about you. I cut myself off.
My mum loves you. I want to die. You don't understand. I could have loved you. I could have hurt you. I can't do anything right. I'm just
An idiot to you. Do you even respect me? It's like I'm
not good enough. Can you just shut up? I can't think while you're staring like the whole world expects something from
me. Why is it always me that does something wrong? It's like
I'm sorry. I can't help you. This is my life, but why do I feel
so
helpless? Why won't you talk to me? We need to communicate. Stop being a child and tell me how you feel. I love you.
I love you.
Please, stop. I don't want this.
Just tell me what you're thinking. Please.
Why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Something is clearly bothering you.
Everything's fine.
You can't hide anything from me, you know.
I'm fine.
Honey, you're scaring me.
I'm fine.
All right, if you're not going to be honest with me,
What?
then why should I bother?
What?
Yeah, if you're gonna act all high and mighty and all aloof, why should I try so hard to keep the peace? Something is clearly upsetting you, yet you refuse to communicate, jeopardizing our relationship. I try so hard. Think about how this is affecting me. I love you.
Then stop trying! Leave! You heard me! Leave! Fuck off!
What's for dinner? Make it yourself.
I want spaghetti. Did you watch the game?
I don't follow sports. My TV is broken.
Love is infinitely finite.
What does that even mean?
Depends how you treat it. What time is it?
Time is a social construct.
11.
How do you stop feeling?
Why would you want to do that?
I can only feel pain.
So?
Masochist?
I crave that moment of numbness, that in the time it takes to breathe, it leads to this experience, this overwhelming feeling of ecstasy. When time decelerates and the space between where you were and where you are heading is suddenly irrelevant. That's when the earth slows down and your mind finally has time to rest. A pause in time and space to let go. Let go of that tangled knot of your mind, that matted mess of string. Time will loosen your knot, loosen your joints, loosen your heart and dissolve into the calmness of the night. The nothingness of this one moment. Nothing can ruin this. Nothing to analyze, nothing to remember, just to exist and breathe. That is what I crave.
Slow, reach, touch, step, stab, wipe, flash, look, smell, puke, sit, still, cry, flash, grab, touch, thrust, lick, twist, bite, flash, 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 flash!
Stop it!
They love me. They love me not. 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 Not. Why am I trusting a flower? Putting all of my faith and my doubts into this one daisy? It's not like it's our relationship. It's not like...
I don't understand why it is I feel this way. This perpetual frustration, it doesn't go away. I could be predictable and use a metaphor of a fire where my anger burns me alive and consumes everything good in my life. But that's such a stereotype, and I'm better than that. I never understood what it is I'm supposed to feel, to endure. This feeling is bad to say the least, but what if it's good? What if it's what I'm meant to feel? But why? What has brought forward this rage? Why me? Fuck! It feels like I'm going to break. I'm bursting. It feels like something's supposed to happen. But so someone, anyone, either tell me I've won the lotto or both my parents are dead because this is killing me. I'm not supposed to be like this. They don't want me to be like this.
What I stand for is what I stand on.
I don't know what I stand for.
How am I still standing? Should we get to know each other better?
Sure.
Why not? Favorite color?
Red?
Blue. Favorite artist? Gorillas.
Don't know.
Favorite animal? Penguin. Favorite food? I don't eat.
Can we get some serious questions here? When you die, how do you want to be remembered?
I don't want to be. I don't want to be remembered. I'd rather be a non-perceivable, practically transparent, sporadic entity floating above all the trivial, superficial, irrelevant hindrances the world seems to fixate on. I'd rather be an observing figure, not contributing to people's lives, because the real thing that scares me in life is the fact that I can influence others' emotions. Whether good or bad, I can control people's emotions, intentionally or unintentionally. That's really fucked up. I could be the reason someone cries themselves to sleep, the reason someone kills themselves, or even makes the dreadful mistake of loving me. The thing I fear most is prompting people's feelings. No. I'm all right, thanks. I'd rather live amongst the stars, viewing the world from a great, great distance, and constantly being reminded of the inconsequential existence of life, and that there are things much bigger than me, than you, than our minds and our consciousness know. I don't want to be remembered.
Okay. How about you?
I want to be a famous singer.
I heard this children's story once. It's kind of fuzzy now, but I remember it stuck with me for a really long time. Once upon a time, a kid was born.
They were born.
And they cried. Perhaps they knew the pain and torment life already had installed for them.
They were born.
They began to breathe air and it hurt them so.
They were born.
But they would soon be dead.
That doesn't sound like a children's book to me.
Not dead as in put your body in a coffin dead, but I think the author meant more dead like no longer alive, in the same way, but still breathing. Maybe? I don't know, but definitely changed somehow.
Still not appropriate for a children's book.
Hey, look!
There's the Southern Cross! And the Tarantula Nebula.
Wow.
You really know your constellations.
Imagine being able to witness a supernova.
What's that?
It's the death of a star. A huge explosion of color and light. An eruption so colossal it sends shockwaves through the universe, leaving this material little remnants of its previous form that can or will be the beginning of a new star, a new planet, or even a new life form. Imagine that. Species created from stardust. I wonder if that's what happened to us. Our bodies and livelihoods interwoven with these twinkling lights. Our eyes see the stars in the galaxies, and they're reflected in our celestial bodies. How poetic.
So, what's the plans for the weekend?
Leaving town?
You leaving?
You're
You're not the adventurous type.
Well,
When are you coming back?
never.
Okay, we can talk this out.
we can work this out.
Are you in trouble?
Is something
did you
wrong?
shoot someone?
Did you kill someone?
In a way. Look, it's okay, really. You don't have to worry about anything. Don't fix my life for me. Find peace and change, and let it be. Live in the moment with me.
But I'll never see you again.
Make this time count.
Would you still love me if I killed someone, put on weight, cut my hair, died, lied to you, cheated on you, hit you, hurt myself, changed my gender? Would you still love me?
Chapter 1. Battle between the Sun and Moon. The kid lived with their mother in suburbia utopia, in the suburban house complete with a white picket fence, paint peeling on the inside. One warm summer day in their fertile garden, the kid pranced about, danced, ate fruit, and looked after the flower bed. The kid would play make-believe, pretended to be a fairy, and used the fallen paint chips as fairy dust to help the flowers grow. But soon enough, the sun began to set on over the hills of their quaint little town. The sun overpowered by the darkness. The kid's vision of golden hues drained and replaced by a threatening blue that engulfed their garden and the kid's body. With the light defeated, the kid ran inside with their warm house and cried to their mother.
Shh. The night is nothing to be afraid of, honey. Go to sleep, and the sun will return once more.
The kid obeyed and tried to fall asleep, but failed. The thought of the blue night seeping through the window and touching them terrified the kid. In an attempt to repel the intruder, the kid turned on all the lights in their suburban house. A counterfeit sun, artificial sunlight. A warmth that burnt its color into the kids' eyes and kept them awake all night. They didn't even realize that the sun had finally returned and conquered the night when they finally fell asleep in the morning, missing days of sunshine and delight, and cursed to be awake when the sun has been defeated by the moon.
Do I make you happy?
What do you mean? I'm in love with you.
That's not what I asked. Do I make you happy?
What do you mean?
Do I make you happy?
Do I make you happy?
No.
Oh! You're not making me very happy right now.
Of course not. I'm putting myself first. Someone you don't know.
What?
You love what you perceive me to be, not who I am.
I love you!
Prove it. Show me. Show me that you can live without me. And show me that you can survive on your own. And I'm not your only hope of stability. Then and only then can I be sure that you love me and don't just need me.
I love you!
Goodbye.
Goodbye. No, I love you! I love you more than life, more than breathing, more than sanity, and I need you!
Would you speak?
Let me swallow the stars, then I'll be beautiful. It scares me that the future could be more than us.
The birth of a child, a configuration of a mother's pain and doubts. Would you show?
You are the problem. You are all the things wrong with you. A belladonna's kiss, sweet lips, poison, ivy skin.
I am what I do. My actions dissolve my thoughts. Would you?
It's quite simple, really. I wish I was a flower.
A little house of denial.
To be or not to be. Beautiful and appreciated.
Walls thick to protect you from the hurricane.
Although the gods won't approve. But I push people too hard.
But what about the fire inside?
Might stop by Mum's for a chat first. Pick me! Smell me! Choose me!
Isn't everybody's house on fire?
Have a quick cuppa. I should have seen I was too much for them.
No. Just me.
No. No guilt. No regrets. Why do you do this?
Why do you allow it?
What's the safest way? Least painful? Silence is what they need.
Little Pig made a house of wood.
Incognito Google will help. I still love you. I love you endlessly. Even though you hurt me, but doesn't matter because you make me feel alive. Whether that be through pain or not, I love you!
Don't interrupt me!
My top 11 daydreams!
Burning my childhood house down and kissing you while the flames destroy the past.
Running in a field of long grass, I stop at the center and just scream as flowers grow out of my lungs. Waking up to someone on me, but I'm too disoriented to stop them. It's my birthday.
Buying a bus ticket and just never come back. No bag. No money. Just some headphones and a fucking good-ass playlist.
Painting a landscape on canvas. But my hand grabs the paint and starts shoving it down my throat. Yellow tastes like lemon. Swimming in the ocean, and when I dive under the waves, I never come back up for air.
You and me, eating noodles on the floor. It's 11:11. We wish to stay in the innocence of this moment forever. Then the hot water burns my hand.
I plant a seed in my garden. It grows into a flower bud. When it blooms, it's my mother's face! She tells me I'm a disappointment. I stare at the night sky as the stars start falling to the earth. Chaos is upon us, but no one looks up from their screens.
I'm at dinner, cutting my vegetables. I grab my knife and stab my hand in front of my family.
I twist off my head, use it as a vase, and stick white roses in the blood. I present it to you as a peace offering. The flowers turn red.
Chapter 2. The Overcorrection. The kid began to complete their daily routine. Pick the fruit, kiss the leaves, hug the wind, and water the flower bed. But to their surprise, all they were met with were strangled, depleted remains of what were once flowers. What happened? Was it the neglect from the kids sleeping during the day? The lack of water? The paint chips? Or perhaps there was something to fear in the night? The kid stares at the lifeless bodies and begins to cry. This will not do. They start to water the garden to correct their actions, but sadly went too far. The kid watered the flowers consistently, doused them, drowned them in water and love. But not even love can bring back the dead. Confused and upset, the kid ran inside to their mother, curious why they couldn't save their garden.
You were too overbearing, too loud. Be patient. Be quiet. Give them the time and space they need to grow.
So the kid obeyed, but quickly became impatient, so much so they ran to the garden, ripped out a flower from its eroded bed and engulfed it.
Have you ever felt like, in order to start fresh, you need to destroy everything good in your life? You need to have one large, ginormous outburst. That every time I feel like I'm not screaming my lungs out, I feel grimy, unsanitary, defective. I feel in need of remodeling.
Honey, want some tea? It's a lovely day. The weather is beautiful.
Cowboys won a
Patricia
game last
called
night.
yesterday.
Real nail
Her
biter.
baby is adorable.
Going fishing tomorrow.
Did you get that pineapple from Bunnings?
Let's have tacos for
You
dinner.
remember our trip to Italy last year? Blah, blah, blah. Everything is great. Honey, want some tea? It's a lovely day. The weather is great. Let's go to the beach tomorrow. Summer holidays. Why don't you read a book? Get off your phone. Get some fresh air. Everything is great. Life is great. We are great.
Just shut up! You're all so fake! Just shut up!
Would it have been different?
If we met now?
Or not at all?
I wonder what it's like to be raped.
Why would you say such a thing?
Curiosity.
It's not rape if you're willing to try it.
How do you forgive?
Forget.
You don't. You learn.
I can't help it. Each time they heal and start to grow back, I just pick them again. Cut them. They're just so pretty.
You self-harm?
What? No, I'm talking about picking flowers. What's your biggest fear?
Upsetting my friends and family.
Well...
What would you say to your younger self?
Keep doing your best. Better things are on their way.
Who do you hate most in the world?
That's tough. I don't think I could hate anyone. How beautiful is the weather today?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're a dickhead. You're the reason I can't be with you. You said you'd
Put down the knife.
I can't live without you. Are you drunk? You always
I can't live without you.
Are you drunk? You're dead to me.
I can't live without you.
I can't live without you. I know.
Your love still reminds me of you.
Don't touch me. Don't leave me. I love you. It's my life. Each time you smile. Would you still love me
if I killed someone?
Put on weight. Cut my hair. Died. Lied to you. Cheated on you. Hit you. Hurt myself. Changed my gender. Would you still love me?
Chapter 3. Silence.
Don't cry. I'll be back before the hour. You can behave yourself until then, yes?
So the kid behaved themselves as the mother closed the front door. So well behaved, in fact, that they didn't move, didn't speak, and barely dared to breathe until... Who's to say there's a correct way to grieve? Was there something to grieve about? The kid wasn't sure. If they knew one thing, it was that their mother wasn't home and hadn't been there for 3 moon rotations. Didn't matter where she was, nor if she was coming back. The kid was alone, abandoned. At first they screamed, anger ran through their veins, but soon they realized it changed nothing. They were still alone, empty. The kid decided to make a change. They began to construct a replacement mother, a substitute, a stand-in, Mother 2.0 by reusing pillows roughly attached, stitched, merged. Their mother's old clothes placed delicately over the inanimate and illegitimate body. A needle used to impale the head of the mother, to bind string hair onto the scalp. A marker to draw on immutable black eyes and mouth. Always smiling, always happy. The kid began to stroke the mother's head. The kid rocked her back and forth in their lap, comforting not only her but themselves as well. And there they stayed, mother and child reunited at last.
Why are you running away when you see the light? Is it because you can't get over yourself tonight? Listen to the sirens, you'll hear them call. Be the first to don't even bother at all.
We hope that you've enjoyed your visit. Just remember, we're here to stay. We're not going away. We're here to stay. We're not going away. We're here to stay. We're not going away.